Hey, how's it going everyone? So my name's Roman, I'm from TNW Marketing. If you don't already know me, I'm the co-founder, and basically the context around what we do, we've scaled dozens and dozens of commercial solar companies, generating 6, 7, 8 figures for them. We've got countless video testimonials on our website, so feel free to check that out. But today, what we're looking at is how to actually get results in a crowded marketplace and actually get more clients, get more commercial solar installs, that sort of thing. So number one is, what do you offer to the marketplace? Now, I've already written this down. What's the value of what you're offering to the marketplace? Now, for example, if I approach a company with a guarantee, a performance-based guarantee, then that makes me much more likely to close them compared to another company who goes to them with a retainer-based model with no guaranteed results. So what is your offer to the marketplace? What can you guarantee the marketplace? Which puts a bit of risk on your side. However, it will get you more clients and obviously more results in the long term. Now, number two is building trust. So there's a couple ways you can do this. So build trust, number one, through case studies. That's really important that a lot of people don't really do, mind the spelling. Case studies, and through building relationship. So number one is getting case studies. So number one thing that changed our business drastically was our ability to get case studies and get results for clients, which then ended up in case studies and people being happy. And then that transferred onto us closing more deals, because if you think about it, you're speaking to a company, they're like, well, who have you done this for before? And you're going to turn around and be like, well, we've done it for this. Okay, well, where's the social proof? Whereas if you go to a company and you have, 5 or 10 video testimonials where you've made them 6, 7, 8 figures, then you're going to get a completely different result. It's like, okay, well, they've already done this and they've already been successful. Why wouldn't I as well? Compared to a company with no video testimonials and no tangible results, then it's much more high risk and you're basically throwing your money down the drain at that point. So number two is building relationships. So this is something that is really, really important. So I have got a little bit of a reputation for consistent follow-up. Now, I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing. A lot of people are like, well, stop spamming me. But they wouldn't be thinking about me anyway. And, even if they aren't going to be a client, then I'm not going to see them anyway, am I? So I'm better off getting in front of people than not being in front of them at all. Because I can tell you now, it's closed me 10x the amount of deals than if I just didn't get my name out there, didn't share my post, didn't message people, didn't pick up the phone, all that sort of stuff. So build the relationship. And how you can transfer this into getting clients is your consistency is going to show on their side. You instantly become more likely to close them because you've become familiar in their mind. And it's actually a psychological trick where if you do 5 or 6 touch points and have 5 or 6 conversations with someone, you can really develop a familiarity complex in their mind, and they're 10 times more likely to buy from you. So just follow up people consistently, because eventually they might think, who is this guy? Who is this guy that keeps messaging me? Like, who is this person? Might check them out. They might check you out then and then not get back to you, but the time after that or the time after that, they might end up being a client. So build trust through building relationships, and then also having the case studies to back it up is going to exponentially increase the amount of clients you can get. This applies for any industry, especially solar. I see a lot of companies, they don't have any social proof in terms of installs that they've done, any commercial installs. It's like you're reaching out to a company trying to do a commercial install on a manufacturing shed, and you have nothing to show for it. Why would they get an install from you? So make the effort to get a camera crew on site, get them to film it, try and get an interview with the owner. If not, just get the site, and then you've got a case study on the website which is relevant to other commercial properties. Number 3 is leverage data. So in terms of leveraging data, what I mean, and this is a massive bottleneck for a lot of companies I see, I ask a lot of solar companies, can you show me any figures in terms of your closure rate? Because they want me to take a percentage on the back end. However, if you can't come to me with solid closing figures, oh yeah, I close 80%, okay, I close 90%. If you can't come to me with actual figures, then how do I, why would I take the risk on you not being able to close? So leverage data as much as possible. So how much money, do you know how much money it costs you to get an appointment in general from everything that you do? I know a lot of companies rely on word of mouth, but realistically, how much money is it costing you to get an appointment? And if you're not getting enough work, this is extremely important because you want to scale it up, or even if you are getting enough work, but you want to scale it up, you need to start dialing in the figures and seeing what works. So leveraging data, ads, bloody hell, ads. You got closing, cost per. Just put a CPA. I think that's another figure. Cost per appointment. I know that's cost per acquisition. So yeah, cost per acquisition as well. That's extremely important. How much does it cost you to get a customer? How much does it cost you to get a commercial customer compared to a residential customer? And how does that differentiate? Out of how many appointments you sit, how many do you close? These are all really important. And also, how many appointments do you sit from you reaching out to them rather than them coming to you, close? Because that's a completely different thing. So you need to build as much data as possible. And you can do that through Google Sheets. You can get a VA to do that. You can just get a simple CRM, which will track all the data for you on a yearly basis, all that sort of stuff. But if you don't know the data, then how are you supposed to scale it up? You need to know exactly where your numbers are so that you can be like, right, bang, I'm paying £20 per residential appointment. Let's scale that up. If I do £100, I get 5 appointments. If I get in front of 5 customers from ads and I close 1, then cost per acquisition is £100. Plus other fees and stuff like that, but cost per acquisition is £100. And then you can leverage it from there. Okay, so if I know I need to spend £100, then let me spend £1,000 and I'll get 10 customers. You might get 9, but over a long enough time period, you'll get sort of you get an average. Leverage data, collect as much data as possible, because that will really allow you to see, number one, where your bottlenecks are, and then number 2, where you should invest more. So, see all of the funnels. How much work you're getting through referrals, how much work you're getting through word of mouth, how much work you're getting through ads, how much work you're getting through direct outreach. If you're getting work through word of mouth, is that enough? Is the amount of inquiries you're getting right now enough to scale the business? If not, okay, well, you need to look at these other funnels. And then when you're doing these other funnels, I'd recommend you try at least 3. Try them out, see which one you're getting lowest CPA on, and then scale it up from there. But yeah, I mean, just to summarize, we got offering to marketplace. What can you bring to the marketplace which is different from the competitors? We've got thousands and thousands of commercial solar installers now, so you got to bring something to the table. Build trust. How are you going to show the customer that you're competent and that you've done the same result before? Also, how are you going to show the customer through consistency that you're the right fit and that you're actually trying to build a relationship with them? Number 3 as well is leveraging data. So collect as much data as possible, because if you don't see the numbers, then how do you know what you're doing right? How do you know what you're doing wrong? How do you know where your specific inefficiencies are? And you can optimize from there. So let me know if this helps. Let me know if you'd add anything else on there. But I thought these were some important points. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.